Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to this year anime on Monday. And today I'm cruising right along with Susu no Frieren. We're gonna watch episode 16 of Beyond the Journey's End. It is called Long Lived Friends. So I assume this is a friend of Frieren's we're going to meet, or multiple friends, I guess. Maybe her and one other person are the friends, or there's multiple, I guess, based on the title. But either way, if it's considered long lived to Frieren, this gotta be someone really old. Now, she doesn't really seem to know any of their elves that are living, so I don't know if it's some other type of creature. It can't possibly be a human, but I mean, dwarves live pretty long. Obviously, Aizen's still kicking, although he's retired. But yeah, I don't know, maybe there's a fourth type of creature being in this world. Obviously there's demons and stuff, I don't know if those count, they're considered monsters to Frieren at least. I'm sure she's not friends with any of them, but yeah, other than like elves, dwarves, humans, is there a fourth category? Maybe that's the case, we'll see. I don't know, but they're continuing their journey up north. And last time we had Smells Like Trouble. The first half of the episode, they had to take care of a monster that made everyone fall asleep. Ultimately, Sign had to save the day. I mean, Frieren got the kill shot on the monster, but she was asleep and he just wake her up for 2 seconds. So I guess they tag team that one. But in the second half of the episode, it was kind of interesting. They went to a city where the Lord, I guess the Lord's son, had died in battle, but he wanted to pretend that the son was still alive for, I guess, for morale for this party. So he had Stark, who looked a lot like the son apparently, and they're from the same area originally, I guess, the warrior village, but had him impersonate the son, pretend to be him. That was Stark, and a little bit Fern as well, got their training on, their high society training, Pygmalion style a little bit. But yeah, the Lord kind of wanted Stark to stay, but he would not do it, of course. You know, the journey continues on. And yeah, the only thing for me to do is to continue on and find out who these friends are. Let's do it. Under the sea. A little fishing, eh? Oi, who that is, but it's Sign. Is this gonna be his friend? Yeah, that went adventuring. That he's now looking for. Alright, yeah. I was assuming it was Frieren's friend, but I guess it could be Sign, one of the friends of Sign, that the guy that went missing. That would make more sense. I guess it was. Still possibility. Some legend. If this guy's still alive, which could be doubtful. It's a locket. Okay. 29 years, typical as of late episodes.
本当に強い戦士なのか？
村を守ってきたドワーフだからね。
Okay, there's a dwarf here.
どのくらいでしたっけ
？300年くらいだ。
ね、私の長寿。
Oh, okay, so it is Frieren's friend.
死ぬ前にゆっくり話がしたくてね。できるような人ってなかなかいません。
She's happy.
かもしれません。しちゃおうかしら。1週間までですよ。
Cool tree, like a weeping willow. He does look like an old man.
オルジー、久しぶりだね。歴戦の老戦士って感じで。
老戦士ってれ。
はて、誰だった？
試練だよ。
うん。
まだボケたふり続けているの？
え？
戦闘での死。
Got him.
魔族にも人にも立てんだろう。意識できなければ簡単にチェンを抜いていたら足を失っ
変わらず卑怯な戦法だね。
芸する。 ゆっく
歩けない。
What did he do?
シュタルク、
とんでもないじ
10年泊まりたいから仕事紹介して。フリーレン様、
Fresh carrots.
小さな村でね、依頼を引き受けてくれる
はないので。
俺じいさんに友人がいたとはな。あんなに楽しそうに話した。普段は会話すらままならを魔物や魔族から守っ、その理由もわからないもんさ。
だったんですね。
Excessive fest taking the bowler up the hill. Whoa. Is that like a massive bear?
1週間はあっという間だね。
人間は成長が早くなった。
いい時間だったよ。でも感謝しているんだよ。メルたちを知る機会をくれ
っているんだ。
そんなこと
人はどうでもいいことに命を。
わしは守っているだけ。人間だった。
She's been dead a long time though.
遠い昔に交わした約束。詳しく話すつもりはない。の人の顔も声もけの思い出だ。だろう。わしはずっと子を守っている。
Hamel doesn't think so.
その人はあなたが約束を守っているはずだ。
ヒンメル、お前は王を打ち倒すだろう。こんな時代が訪れるのをという偉大な勇者の記憶もやろう。
そこまでしてもらう必要は。パーティーにはフリーレンも合図。フリーレンの役目だな。僕たちの記憶は彼女がそうだろ。
別にいいけど。
仲間に恵まれた。
じゃあ後でフリーレンに僕が編み出した意見
出るのやめようかな。
Maybe just remember him differently.
でもやっぱりイケメンっぽい。記憶の無駄遣いだ。
Doesn't seem like you mind too much.
覚えているか。
しょ、
声は
He does have statues everywhere.
私をバカにしないでよ。人間を知ろうとしたきっかけだよ。きっかけと同じで。
わしはもう思い出せない。声も眼差しも。それでもわしはかのためにこの村を。
ファルジーは冗談がうまいね。
I don't think he's joking.
ところでお前たちの旅。
アシーの眠る地、魔王城がある場所だよ。
ついに魔王を倒しに行く。平和な時代が。
It really is seasonal to some degree.
魔王はも
どうした。
う、絵の記憶も私が未来に
の最後にお前に会えてよく。
前も同じこと言っていたよ。じゃあね。
妻の夢を見た。
Do you remember what she looks like?
昔話をしたおかげかもしれんな。ああ。
I wonder if part 2 is gonna deal with signing here. I guess with the cold open, he's thinking about his friend. His goal is to find the friend.
寝言？
人探しだよ。俺の旅の目的覚えているだろ。
美をすることだって。
That's a side quest.
確かにそっちも。前に旅に出た親友と合流。
そうだったね。
珍しいな。
昔あったんだ。
足取りは
北側諸国の主要な街道情報があった。
4年前だろ。よく目撃情報が。
A mere 10 years start.
特徴的だからな。戦士ゴリラだ。
Girl like the ape, not the
うん。
not the typical girl.
本名は本当に親友だったの。
村のみんなも戦士ゴリラがそう呼ばせていた。ちなみに俺は僧侶あごひげ。
聞いてね。
That's pretty literal.
ひげ生える前からそう呼ばれてたの。
ゴリラって名前だけ分かれば十分だ。必ずそう名乗る。ああ、変なやつなんだ。
この大峡谷を越えて石サーストだね。
Are you gonna get your license updated?
何も悪いことしてないよ。
街道がいくつかに分岐するからな。なあ、名乗る人来なかった？
ええ質問だな。
ああ、鮮度がすごかったので覚えて今退治してくださいました。ゴリラ様は高台に住んでいる頑固ばあさんと仲。
Good lead.
頑固ばあさんまたすげえあだ名
わしは頑固も
I think it's just a descriptor.
そう簡単に教え
で頑固って言ってる
わしの依頼を隣町の鍛冶屋のナーゲルに
More side quests.
まるでお使い
Or sign quests.
ヒンメルとの旅を思い出すお使いみたいな人だす面倒な探し物や厄介な魔物退治
不吉なこと言うなよ
さんの心を開こうか
Apple orchard. Seems like a lot just to know where this guy
心開かねえぞ
さすが頑固ばあ
それやハイターだったら半日くらいで
このパーティー不器用な人しかいません
kind of true.
うん彫刻にある英雄の像を
竜の像って
はるか昔にセル様の石像だわからん忘れられた裏で管理しているだ僧侶あごひげだろ
なんで知ってるんだ
Girl warrior must have told
い
him.
や
僧侶って
ザイン様とゴリラ様に似てる
見覚えがあるね
お本当
Oh,
だ
no. Said no one remembers him anymore.
じゃさっさと
はクラフトこっちは
そうね
俺たちにそっくりだろ大昔の英雄だって話だたちはこうはならねえ忘れ去られるだなん勇者ヒンメルみたいな忘れられない英雄に
どんな英雄でもいつかは忘れ去ら倒した勇者ヒンメルも例外ではないでしょう
さすがに無理な話だ
俺も鍛えればこれからそう名乗る忘れられない英雄を目指すなら
確かにそうですねあごひげですね
いいなそれ
That's why he was called that before. Okay.
終わった大変だったぜ
もう同じことを頼んだが
あいつは戦いしか取り柄がない
クトはバッチリだったよ他のことよく話してたよ歴史に名を残すような
ゴリラの行き先分かった
諸国中部の交易都市だ
Are they gonna split up
加
now?
藤法こうだね
Bam.
どうしたもんかね
The cliff hanging on somewhere.
君の部屋に来なさい
仲裁は僧侶の仕事
できましたよ
難しいです
じゃあ元気で
Alright, take care is the next episode. Is that giving us a hint to that sign will be telling them take care and moving on to the other direction? We will see. So another really good episode, definitely in terms of character building, just what the show does so well of showing the nature of history, memory, all this sort of things. Starting with Frieren's long-lived friend. I mean, really, the episode title was about both Frieren's old friend and the friendship between Stein and his friend Guerrilla Warrior. But yeah, so Old Man Vol is a dwarf who's like almost 400, and we did learn finally how old dwarves are typically live, which is more like 300. So this guy's really good, getting up there. Presumably would pass at any day, but you don't know. It was definitely cute to see Frieren interacting with him. It's the only person we've seen so far that she really kind of respects him that way or like looks up to, even though she's still older than him. But I guess between Dwarf and he's still an old man to her, like versus Elf's lifespan is even so much longer than Dwarves is. So yeah, she could still look up to him, and he helped show her like. He helped a little bit get her started on the thought of keeping someone's memory alive with his talk with Stark and, I mean, with his talk with Himmel when they were all there. I guess when they first met. It wasn't clear if Frieren had met him before, but anyway, he was old then, clearly. And that was like almost 100 years back. But yeah, he was staying there for his wife, who was a human, who presumably died a really long time ago in the story now. Pretty sad that he couldn't even remember her face or anything about her at this point, although then he said he had a dream after he was talking to Frieren, so maybe he did, you know, about her, so maybe he did remember those things then. We saw that he really is, so he partially pretends to be senile, like when he fooled Stark when he came up and knocked him on his ass or on his face, but then trained him a little bit. But yeah, then he really did get confused about the Demon King still being alive and all that stuff. So we saw, yeah, really good writing. Liked it a lot. And then yeah, we got more into Sign. He signed his goatee priest. Friend is guerrilla warrior. I guess they're named after, clearly, when they saw the statue of the two that looked like it could be them in the future. That's where Sign got his name of goatee priest. And then of course, I guess that's at least why he grew the goatee. Maybe he was gonna become a priest anyway because of his brother, or expected to at that point. But yeah, it was Kraft who had met episodes back, the elf that no one remembered anymore, according to him, and I guess he was right because they were forgotten heroes. Kraft and his forgotten priest, so they must have saved the world hundreds of years ago, long before him, the hero and Frieren and all that on their quest. Yeah, but very interesting. So even though it was 10 years ago that he went through, Sign's friend did make an impression, and the old lady told him where he went next. So yeah, it really is, I guess, a dilemma for Sign. I hope he continues with the group. I like his addition. Also, they're saying like it's funny, no one in their group is a good people person, but he's kind of the closest thing they have. I guess it would make sense for him to follow. I mean, the main quest of his journey was to find Guerrilla Warrior, but it's still been so long that who even knows? He might have ended up where Frieren and them want to go right now anyway, the magical city. So we'll see. I hope he sticks with them, but wouldn't be surprised if he branches off. But if he does, I'm sure he'll come back in some way, or we'll check in on him, hopefully. And yeah, we'll see what this magic city is all about. I'm sure we'll get some interesting stuff next time, and I'm excited for it. So join me back next Anime Monday for that, when we'll be taking care. But until that time, I'll be up on out of here. Peace.
それじゃ